Good morning, Periscope. How you doing? It's Belina. Today I want to talk about don't judge a person by their outward appearance. Stop talking about people. Stop sitting in judgment of other people. Stop thinking you know somebody and you have not actually sat down and talked to that person. The saying is don't judge a book by its cover. Let me talk about myself again. People words made me angry. People words made me mean. People words scarred me real deep that I would beat up on myself, good morning, and put up a defense mechanism to stop people from talking to me and to stop people from loving me. That's because growing up, all the abuse that went on around me and all the abuse that went on with me, it just made me angry. But again, good morning, I was not born angry. I was not born mean. I keep on saying, babies are not born mean. They're not born angry. They're shaped and molded into becoming angry and mean by the words, by the things that are being done to them. So again, I say, don't judge a person by their outward appearance, because a lot of us cover up our scars. A lot of us put the makeup on, we put the fancy clothes on, and we put a smile on our face, but in the inside, we're crying so hard and we're screaming, but don't nobody know it, because people think that we're so mean and we're so angry that they can't get close to us. Well, why don't you just try asking a person, hey, what's up? What's going on with you? Can we talk? Everybody's not going to tell all their business. I did not come to the realization that I was that mean and that angry, because what happened was I was 35 years old and one day a light bulb came on and I said, I'm like this because of what people did. I'm like this because of what somebody said to me, because of what my mother did to me, because of what my brother did to me, because of what my sister did to me. I'm like this. I was not loving myself. I let the words of the people keep me down. I let the words of the people make me angry. I let the words of the people not make me smile. I let the words of the people not make me be friendly, because my whole thing was, before I turned 35 and transformed my mind and learned how to love and be in love with myself, what I was doing was I wasn't letting nobody in. So I would walk around not smiling. I would walk around with a frown on my face. I would walk around with this attitude, mad with the people, places, and things and the environment that I was in. And then I had to take myself out of that and realize that there's a world out there. There is life after abuse. There is life after the words people said to me. When people told me I would be nothing. When people told me I was ugly. When people told me, well, I was tall and skinny. When people told me I would not amount to be anything. I would always be at the bottom. When people told me that, I was actually believing that. Because as a child, we teach our children their ABCs and their 1, 2, 3s, and we make them remember that. But we don't understand that the words that we constantly say to our children, they remember that. And they start to think that they're that person. They're like whatever the people is saying to them. So again, I say, stop judging people by their outward appearance. Stop judging people by what you heard Sister Susie say or what you heard Brother Tom say. Go find out for yourself. Go to the source, go to the person, and get to know that person. Now, don't get to know that person just to be nosy and be in their business. Get to know that person to help, to start the healing process with that person, to let that person know it's all right. They're going to be okay. And God says that they can love and be in love with themselves. And that God says that they're not what the people said to them when they was growing up. And that God says they are greater. That God says they can be the lender and not the borrower. That God says they can own a home. They can be married. It is somebody out there to love them. You have to know. We have to, as a people, and I have begun doing this over the last couple of years. I just got on Periscope a couple of months ago where I actually talk to females. I talk to my sisters, and I say to them, come on, come walking with me, because I belong to a group called Girl Track, and I walk everywhere. I say, come walk with me. I say, you look like you're depressed. And most of them say, no, I'm not. And what I say to them is, don't tell me, no, you're not. Just say you don't want to talk about it. But as they constantly and continuously walk with me, we talk. We get a camaraderie going on. We start creating a bond between each other where that we call each other sisters, and we lay it down and we tell what happened in our childhood. We tell what happened when we was teenagers and why we're the way we are. We get to know each other. People, stop it. Your words can hurt or your words can heal. Stop judging people by their outward appearance. Stop thinking that you're so much higher than that person or you're so much better than that person that you can dog that person out. You don't know what the person went through. Like I said, I went through so much in my lifetime, I can write a book on what I've been through. But I thank God for the light coming on and me learning and understanding that it was not my fault what happened to me. It was not my fault what went on when I was younger. So we have to start learning to stop looking at people with their fancy clothes saying who she thinks she is, why he act like that, why they got their nose up in the air. If you don't know, go ask them. Don't go ask somebody. See, somebody was waiting for me to say go ask somebody. Don't go ask somebody. Somebody can't tell you that person's business. Somebody can't tell you what that person's been through. Somebody can't tell you what that person is going through if that somebody didn't walk in that person's shoes. Nobody can tell my story like Belina. Nobody can't tell my story like Belina. I was in that person's place. I was told I was mean. I was told, why are you so angry? I was told you was born like that. I was told, you're not going to amount to nothing. I was told if you keep on being so nasty, you're never going to have a husband. I was told all this. Lies. The devil is a liar. I'm beautiful. I own a home. I am married. And yes, they call me First Lady. Ain't that something? Yes, I'm married to a pastor. Yes. So tag, who's it? Not me. What you do is you show the naysayers, hey, listen, I can be better. And then you go tell your story to somebody else. You go help somebody else. Stop acting like we all got it together. We sit in judgment and sit back and talk about the next person. Your words can hurt or your words can heal. Stop judging people. Don't judge a book by its cover. You will never know that person until you get to talk to that person and see what's going on with that person and why they doing what they do or why they did what they did to get to where they're at. Again, stop judging people by their outward appearance. A lot of us's cover up our scars and we don't want the world to see it. So what it is that we let just the neck, from the neck to the head show, and we put nice fancy jewelry on, and we put our fancy earrings on and put that makeup on. But then when we come home and we wash everything off and we take everything off, we still think about what happened to us. We still think about what was said to us. That's the enemy inside their mind. And by you constantly talking about them and nagging at them and calling them names and character assassinating them, that just add more fuel to what's inside their mind. See, I don't want the enemy inside my mind. Can't nobody tell me who I am, and can't nobody tell me whose I am. I know the journey I walked to get to today. I know how far I had to walk to get to today. And I'll be damned if I let anybody take me back to where I came from. I'm not going there. I'm not. Transform my mind, my body is following. Transformation Nation. We got to get it right, people. Stop judging people. Stop hurting people. Some people is just a second away of committing suicide. Some people is just a second away of jumping off a building. Some people is just a second away of taking that whole bottle of sleeping pills and drinking a bottle of vodka and falling asleep and never waking up because they so hurt, they so scarred, they so abused, they so messed up. Stop it. Mental illness is real. Stop judging people by their outwards appearance. Stop doing it. You're not God. You don't have a heaven or hell to put them in. If you don't have nothing nice to say about somebody, don't say nothing at all. So on today, if you was one of the people judging somebody, go find out what's going on with that person. Stop asking everybody on the block, everybody in church, everybody in the store, what's going on with Sally, what's going on with Sam. You go find out what's going on with them, but get to know the person. Don't get to know their business just to tell it to your crew, the Us Four and No More crew. Get to know the person and just understand that what they're going through, either you're going to help them or you're going to keep on hurting them. And yes, hurt people hurt people. Stop it. We got to stop the cycle. We got to break the chain. And the only way we can do that is that we start to reach out and we start to console these people. We start to talk to these people. Yes, I have this saying, I always say, am I my sister's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my sister's keeper? Yes, I am. And am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. And I stand on that. And I mean that. If I can't help you, I'm not going to hurt you. I know what I've been through. I refuse to take somebody what I've been through. Because verbal abuse is the worst abuse you can go through. Because those are the scars that's hardest to heal. Because you're going to always remember what that person said to you. You're going to always remember what that person called you. So again, people, stop judging people by their outward appearance. Periscope family, have a God great day on purpose. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.